Hey everyone, welcome to Undertale, and I know this is an old game, and I haven't uploaded for a while, but welcome back, and I'll let this play the story of Undertale if you haven't heard of it before. Most of you probably have. And that was the main story of Undertale. As you can see, I've already completed the game around 10 times. This is possibly one of my favourite games just for the soundtrack alone, but I've already completed, this is the completion of the true pacifist route here, and I'm gonna start over basically, and I'll let you come along for the journey. Um, Pretty much, if you guys want this, I will be carrying this on as a whole series, but if you want to see me do the genocide route after I've completed the true pacifist, just leave a comment down below. And there's a whole naming system to this, obviously, like there is most things. And there's a few Easter eggs in the game when you can name it, but I think I'll name mine my own name, like a different name other than Kara, which is the first fallen human, if you don't already know. There we go. Is the name correct? Yes, it is. So, if you guys enjoy this series, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, dislike it. I don't choose what you do. And this is my character here, which their name is Frisk. You can't actually choose the name of this character. Oh, and I won't be like reading over them. I'm not that good, so I'll just leave you to read them. Now this is the battle system, and it's not that complicated. It's like a lot of RPG games. And because I don't want to spoil anything, I won't do any little secret encounters. There's a whole story to why monsters are the way they are later on in the game, and it's like, it's sussed out more. I know a lot of people don't really like the art style of these types of games, but I personally really like the 8-bit style of these games. And like any other game, there's a whole save and reset system. Most people don't get this, but it's actually a cute clue for this puzzle. So it's like, foolish ones don't walk the middle path. So like, if you don't step on these, you can solve the puzzle. And yeah, if most of you haven't sussed out by now, I do play on PlayStation. Yeah, it's a bit weird, the whole thing of this, because like this is one of those games where you don't actually have to fight anybody, and it actually gives you different endings if you don't fight and you spare everyone. And there's many different ways you can like win a battle. Like in the past history, you can just attack them until they're low health and you can spare them. So you have this whole thing where you can like consume items, you've got your stats, and then the cell phone now. So their little interactions with the cell phone you can have. Oh, and they do call you throughout. Well, I won't spoil anything. These yellow star things, these are your safe points throughout the game, unless you already knew that, because most people do know about this game by now. If you don't know about this game, I'd be very surprised. There will be much commentary in this game, as I'll just let you read through the text yourself. As I said, I'm not much of a reader myself, so you can like see what the items do in it. So like how much it heals, and it gives you a little description of it. As I said earlier on, if you want to see me do the genocide route after the pacifist, just leave a comment down below. I'm getting so many whimsums. You don't even have to fight these. Normally I rarely get whimsums when I play this game. For this puzzle, I already know the pattern, so I'll lose it intentionally. So basically, for this one it's pretty simple. This is the path you have to go, wherever the red leaves aren't. These ones you can already spare, but I think at the end you can get like see how well you did with the monsters, so I'm gonna try and do that as well. And with characters you can already spare, if you interact with them more, you get even more gold, which is really useful. Because there is one item in the ruins which lets you skip a boss fight later on, but I won't be getting that just because I can show you the full experience of most of the boss fights. There are secret ones in the game, but I won't go out of my way to get those. There's many characters in this game, and there's one in particular who can remember your resets, and he's one of the more serious characters, but on first appearance he isn't. I won't spoil anything about the game, like the main part of the game anyway, because you don't really see his serious side if you go into the genocide route. That's the only time you see him seriously, and it's also the only time you fight him. Now this is the first mini boss. Well, I say mini boss, it's kind of like one. And I won't be wasting time and going out my way to try and get secret things. I'll just be trying to get through this as quick as possible. If you guys want me to slow down when I play this, just leave a comment down below and I will slow down. So I'll try and like show you more things about the game. Yeah, this is the area where you can get the item for like to skip the game later on. I mean, I don't have enough gold anyway for it. I won't. There's this one area here where you can do a little Easter egg. For this one, it's kind of annoying because you can either potluck it and pick one, or you can just check him and wait to see what he says. Yeah, see, don't pick. So now if I don't pick on him, it allows me to spare him next turn. If you say it's bad here, and you talk to him again, you can actually make it so it turns pink instead of yellow. Actually, I'll do that right now, actually. And I'll put no more yellow leaves. So like say bring them back, or it's great. I'll put bring them back for now. Yeah, so now instead of where it says where spare was yellow, it's now pink. I like that little Easter egg. Even though it is much easier to tell that you can spare them when it's yellow. But I pretty much know when I can spare them by now. So yeah, like Torio just said there are items in the game which you can find and pick up. That isn't one, that's an enemy. Yeah, see how it's pink there? It will allow me to spare him now, but I can do Devour and it spares them and also gives me health back. And it doesn't actually kill them somehow, which I never really got because you're literally eating them. Now down here there's a faded ribbon, and that goes in your armor slot. And the bandage, it heals 10 HP, which I don't get why you'd reuse a bandage. Yeah, if you get 2 of those, they're really easy. You can just spare twice in a row. Because that one, my Ghost character, you can spare him as long as there's nobody else in the battle. I will go down this one though to get the encounter with the Napster block. Another one of these are quite easy. If I sound like I'm dying, it possibly is because I am. So this puzzle's pretty simple. All you've got to do is you read this sign each time and you press one of the switches. Even though they're switches, I always thought they looked more like mushrooms. I'm gonna take a guess and say don't pick on. Yes. Simple enough. Should be the red one. Yep, thought so. I remember a lot about this game. Now if I just spare Vegetoid, I can spare my Gus. Or another way how you'd pronounce his name. I don't get how else you'd pronounce his name. I think it's this one now. Yep. This place here, called the Ruins, is actually, it used to be an old city where all the monsters lived, but later on you'll see where they all live now. Now this stick, it can actually be used to skip later fights and for a little Easter egg in a boss fight later on, but like I said, I'm not gonna like skip battles. If I'm gonna do a playthrough, I wouldn't want to skip some battles because it's more things for you guys to see. I will explore through Toriel's home and show you some of the little Easter egg things here though, because some of them are, well, I would say they're impressive, but it's just some extra. I'll keep that off actually, I prefer that music. This item, on the other hand, though, I will keep that to the end because it really does help in one of the later boss battles. Even though the later boss battle isn't that difficult on its own. I haven't seen that interactable thing before. So now, when I went here before and it said it forgot the name, if you now interact with it, it gives you a little Easter egg where they remember the name because they read the book. Yeah, there's a little interaction with Toriel which sparks, like, it continues the story. Yeah, that was just how they got to this part anyway, after they got sealed underground. I don't think I got the encounter earlier, but when you talk to one of the froggets, it has a chance of, well, it doesn't have a chance. It should say that you don't have to act to spare some monsters. Some of them you just have to press the spare button multiple times. Yeah, so instead of acting and you talk to her, some monsters, mainly bosses, you have to just continuously press spare. How did that hit me? I actually mind that I'm getting hit because there's one part in this. Well, I don't actually think you can properly die in this unless you really try. Tip me towards the attacker. if you paid attention, you can see that I'm taking only 1 damage now, and now I'm low enough health, she won't kill me. I just mainly do that so it's much easier. It's not that hard of a boss battle anyway, I just prefer to get through it as quick as possible. There might also be different dialogues for some of the characters, because I've already reset the game multiple times, and some characters have different responses. Yeah, like here. Yeah, anybody this time. I have tried to complete Genocide Route a few times. Yeah, Flowey's like the main, well, yeah, he's the main villain of Undertale, I suppose you could say. If you can hear, like, work going on in the background, there's some, I guess you could say, DIY going on in my house right now. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that if you can hear it. Sorry about that. This guy is Sans. He's the punny guy of Undertale. I never realised how convenient shaped that lamp really actually is. I think for the time being now, as I've got into the new area, I'm going to leave it there. But first I will equip this tough glove. And then throw away this toy knife. Not info. Drop. So for the time being I'm going to... Of course it cuts me off. 2 health? Oh yeah. From Toriel. I didn't think of that. I may as well just use the bandage for now. Oh, actually, that's useful. He did a joke, and to spare him, you have to laugh at his joke. So for now, I think I'm going to leave it there. And I hope all of you enjoyed this episode of Undertale. I will probably carry it on in the future. Next episode will probably be tomorrow. Maybe a bit later than this one would be uploaded, but for now, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.